mastering goal setting strategies for Black women that will transform the way that you set and achieve your goals. So, I do want to say welcome again to all of you who are watching live, as well as welcome to those of you who catch the replay. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, the first thing that we really want to do is to go ahead and set that stage, right? And you can set that stage by visualizing. In this case, let's visualize standing at the edge of a vast landscape of opportunity. Right? It's really expansive, it is challenging, and it's yours to conquer, right? So, our focus today will be on the unique pathways that Black women like you can create to master those, master goal setting, as well as to navigate and define success on your own terms. So feel free to make comments, drop your questions, and I will be sure to answer those while I'm on live, right? And so the next thing that we like to do is definitely understand the landscape. You know, without a shadow of doubt, that despite our qualifications, we are the most educated populace in the entire United States, right? And despite our potential, Black women are still underrepresented in leadership roles, right? And so this isn't just a statistic, it's a call to action for us to step up and claim our rightful places at the table. How? Well, we're going to talk about how we do that today. So let's discuss how we can change these numbers as we move into the things that we work so hard for. So, number one, I'm going to talk about today is I actually how I actually work with my clients, right? And so I use our VIP framework to guide my clients through this journey. First, we start with value. Know your strengths. Not only just know what your strengths are, but know them and own them. As I often say to clients, no one else should ever tell you what your value is. You should be the only person determining what your value is. So you have to have that confidence to understand who you are and what you bring to the table. And that second step of the VIP is the I is interpret. This is your ability to interpret your skill to match the market's needs, right? Where can you fill a gap? And that's what you're doing when you interview is where can you fill the gap? How well can you fill it? And then really show how you do that by your past experiences. Pretty much it, right? And then the P, finally, that P is position. This is where you want to position yourself where you can make the most impact. Not settling, not, oh, just I should just be happy to be at the table. Mm-mm. It is about being seen and making a difference, right? And so now let's look at how do we do that? Tell what we need to do, tell you about the framework. So many of you have heard, right? You've already heard about SMART goals. You're pretty much familiar with that. This classic framework where your goals are specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're relevant, and they're time bound, which is an excellent approach for straightforward goals, right? However, as leaders in dynamic fields, sometimes you need a little bit more flexibility and something that's emotionally engaging as a strategy. And this is where clear goals come in. So we are going to talk about what clear goals are. So clear stands for collaborative, limited, emotional, appreciable, and refinable. Those what clear goals are. And clear goals are effective for teams. But here is what I also know. What I've learned is Black women, we have to build our own. We have to build our own team. So, as Black women, we can also use clear goals to build our own board of directors. This is our team that helps us to manage us. Yes, your teams in your organizations are extremely important, but today we're talking about the team of you, right? You building your own board of directors to help you for success. So, what are clear goals and how can we master goal setting by using those? So, let's talk about that. That C I've said is collaborative goals. Collaborative goals help you leverage the strength of others. We're not a monolith, we're not in silos. We succeed when we have the ability to leverage the people around us, right? And that L stands for limited. And limited means it's a narrow scope, right? Narrowly scope so that you focus on your efforts. Because I know people talk a lot about multitasking. Really, when you multitask, your focus begins to spread and it becomes difficult to concentrate on so many things at once. So when we say limited, the L and clear, so that you are finally focused on the right thing so that your efforts are effective. And so the E in clear stands for emotional goals. And you want to have something that you really connect with deeply. It's like a driving motivation from within. How many people have been at the job and you've been like, yeah, I come here every day. Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. You're not, I mean, you're doing your job well, but you're not emotionally invested. It's not like something, it's like, oh, every morning I get up and I look forward to going to it. Well, if you establish goals that are emotional goals. So it's something that drives you and it pushes you to excel. You get really motivated about it. That's what that E in clear goals stand for. All right. And so that A is appreciable, as I said before. And this is where you have the ability to break your main goals down into smaller tasks so that you're masking, I'm sorry, you're mastering one task at a time rather than 15 or 20 or 30, right? And then you're able to manage the milestones so that you can celebrate progress along the way. I know some folks, and this is how oftentimes we are as Black women. We're pushed, we're motivated, and often we've been groomed that way since we were little girls, right? And we will accomplish goal after goal, or if you set intentions, intention after intention, and it kind of all becomes one long, blurry goal, one after the other. Okay, whatever. Well, that will happen when you don't take time to celebrate. Celebration gives you that shot of dopamine, which makes you feel good, which then motivates you to go to the next task. And then that gets you out of that autopilot where it's just one bland thing and really nothing means anything because you just goal after goal after goal after goal, stress after stress after stress. So really about having those appreciable goals and celebrating the progress along the way and celebrating who you become as you go through the process, right? And so lastly, that R is for refinable goals. These are goals that can be adjusted as the conditions change, which means that you are ensuring that they remain relevant and achievable. How many people have started off on something and you get halfway through and go, I don't really want to do this. This is not quite what I wanted. It, when we talk about, you know, refinable goals, instead of feeling guilty when that happens or feeling like a failure, this is where you intentionally adjust your goals because the conditions have changed, right? And then you're motivated. It doesn't seem like you're stuck on a path. You got to get to the end because, well, I set it as a goal. I got to finish this goal, or else I'm going to feel like a failure. I'm going to feel guilty for not achieving it. No, if things change, if conditions change, you have the ability to intentionally shift in this process. And that's a nice thing about having clear goals. Clear goals are particularly powerful when you're stepping into new territories or you really want to challenge yourself in ways that you haven't before. And they also allow for flexibility and adaptability, right? If something, let's say someone in your board of directors leaves or tags you for a new job. Well, yes, your goals are going to change. With clear goals, you have the ability to be adaptable and flexible. And this is really crucial in environments that are constantly evolving or you see on the land shift, things are shifting, right? Clear goals can also invite you to be emotionally and intuitively connected to your objectives. And it's not just another, yeah, I'm checking it off the list. Yeah, I'm checking it off the list. Okay, check that off the list too. When your goals are emotional and they're intuitively connected, this can be an incredibly motivating and fulfilling time for you. Okay. So, this method isn't just about reaching goals, it's about embarking on a journey that feels personally significant. Because how many of us go through our day on autopilot, like, yeah, ho hum, I'm here. Yeah, my checking account looks good. Okay, whatever. It's not always about the checking account. It's about feeling that your job is rewarding and is professionally, fulfilling. So before we continue, if you are receiving value from this video up to this point, go ahead and give it a like or give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? I'll put it up there. And yes, so do subscribe. I would be so appreciative if you did that. Okay. So the next thing we're going to talk about is now we want to talk about leveraging technology to master goal setting. So technology can really be a powerful ally unless you're like, uselessly scrolling video after video after video, reel after reel after reel, then maybe technology is not so powerful at that point. Well, I work with folks who spend 3, 4, 5, 6 hours scrolling because you can get hooked on those 15, 10, 15-second videos. But technology actually can be a powerful ally. There are apps that track your goals. There are also apps that track your productivity. It helps you to manage your productivity, and they're pretty simple to use, and the right tools can really make a huge difference in how you master goal setting, right? And also, you want to leverage your community. Again, I said before, you're not in a silo. It's not just a one woman mission. It's about having a community, your own board of directors, right? So you can't forget about that power of community, because our networks can offer support, they can offer advice, sometimes a shoulder to cry on, and even open doors to new opportunities. Right. And as when you have a coach also in your community, we ensure you stay aligned with your goals, helping you to maintain that focus on what truly matters. Because especially when you're in leadership, sometimes there are so many things dotting that landscape, you get lost where you are. And again, when the goals can kind of be like, it's just another thing to check off a list, we can actually become lost in our lives. Like, why am I here and what am I doing? When you have a great coach, you don't have to worry about that, because we keep you focused on where you said that you wanted to go. Right. And also in goal setting, wellness and resilience are important. Setting goals, yes, it's important. Setting intentions, yes, but so is your well being. Integrating your wellness into your daily routines is crucial for your mental health, for your emotional health, for your physical health, as well as your spiritual health. So you can't leave out any of these. The wellness, you can't leave that out when you're looking to master your goal setting. Because if you get sick, if you're stressed out, if you're burnt out, you're not going to reach any goals, right? But if you start with purpose and intentionality, and including wellness in mastering goal setting, will go far. So whether it's, how do you do that? Well, it could be a morning workout, it could be prayer, you can do meditation, get proper rest, get enough sleep for your body, and taking care of your health. That's a cornerstone of sustainable success. Right. And so, for those of you out there who heard this and say, yeah, I'm really struggling in this department now, I feel like it's, I'm on a highway, and I've been going, going, going. I feel burned out. I don't know what my goals are anymore. I'm not really sure what I want to do. Well, look, my VIP Power and Principles program is talks about confidently commanding your career. So my VIP Principles and Power and Principles program is really designed to tackle these exact challenges. We focus on building your confidence, navigating career advancement, and all without sacrificing who you are. It is about rising, right? While maintaining and being true to the values that are important to you, right? And so, if you want to set up a 30-minute consultation, you can do that at that link right there, right? And you can also drop career in the comments and I'll get that over to you. You can go ahead and complete my exclusive access form. Takes a couple of minutes to do that. I take a look at that and then I'll approve it and send you the link so you can look at my calendar and schedule an appointment that is convenient for you. Right? So, again, sign up for a free career solution call today. And it's your first step towards mastering your goals, building your own board of directors for success, and achieving greatness. So, thank you for watching. And thank you for catching the replay for those of you who caught the replay. And I'll see you back here next week.